Yo, what's going on YouTube and Facebook? We are live streaming again. I got my boy Jordan, and welcome to Roar Sports Media. Today we're going to talk some big college games, and we'll go a little bit into Week 9 NFL. And we'll just talk general football. So, Jordan, we missed last week, but we're busy, very, very busy. Clearly, with what's going on. But dude, plenty of football has been happening. This week there's some pretty good games, dude.
Oh yeah, this week is gonna be fun everywhere. Every conference looks like they have playoff championship implications. They're on the line this week. A lot of conferences, so it's gonna be fun. And I mean, the big one was the Miami comeback against NC State. That was insane. NC State lost that.
Dude,
they lost that.
Bro, that 100 dude. That 100-yard kickoff was insane, bro. I watched it live.
Just you're never gonna get more excitement. That is one of the best things, especially with the way kickoffs have went the last few years. The fact that you can get a perfect return, no flag on either team. That's what you love.
It doesn't happen very often. No. It's crazy, dude. Dude, the fact that game came down to the wire, dude, that's why I love football, man, because anything can happen. Dude, Miami was way down. They were pretty far down.
Yes,
I think they were like 10 down in the fourth quarter. So I mean, they came back 44-41.
Whoever their defensive coordinator was just said, "Y'all are the better team." I think he brought out their chain. I think it's the chain that they bring out, the DB chain, and he was like, "You want this? Go out and prove it." Probably slapped them around a little bit, and they locked it up. 3 points in the fourth quarter, 2-13. That was it. That was the game.
That's insane, man. Extremely high scoring. A very, very good game. 44-41, dude. I mean, what you couldn't ask for more than that. And there was action that like I said, that kickoff, Derek King going off for 430 yards and 5 touchdowns, bro. That's insane.
And the thing is you don't – NC State is really slept on, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're a pretty good
They're a really good football team. Not every year, but they put out NFL football players.
Bro.
They do. They put out quality football players. In every 2-3 years, they have a solid team, and they're definitely in line to win their conference every couple of years. So they're a good program.
Yeah, dude, Derek King, dude, like I said, 430 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, and the dude carried the ball for 105 yards. Went off, bro. Like he put the team on his back, definitely. I don't know where he'll go in the draft because I mean, you just never know. But I think he's a solid day 2, like for a second round pick right now.
Well, so do you think teams who are struggling, NFL teams that are struggling, they're going to look at Derek King and they're going to be like, Lamar Jackson?
I mean, he could be. I mean, he's accurate. I think he's a Lamar Jackson with a better arm, dude. Honestly.
A 91.7 QBR, 430 yards, 31 of 41. It's not like he was. I hate to say it. It's not like he was 430 yards, Dak Prescott-esque with 20 completions and 75 incompletions.
Yeah, it's right. It's Miami just showed some grit. They really, really just didn't lose faith and played it one play at a time, and they came back, dude. Like that's just showing some heart. By the way, Aaron Fry, we see you, dude. Keep on doing your thing down in Miami. We believe in you. But dude, BYU Boise State. Apparently, like this Zach Wilson guy is going off. Like he's getting a lot of buzz from draft analysts and like Bucky Brooks, Jordan Reed, the former Redskins football team tight end. He's a senior draft analyst now, and he said dude, this kid's he's working his way into a first round.
Yeah, that's a good win. We all know Boise State. We know they're a constant
21?
top 25 team. We always know that. They're a good win. They are a solid win. If you beat Boise State, you're a good football team because Boise State is a good football team. They're nothing fancy. They're nothing. Their best player to come out was Kellen Moore. Really, and I think DeMarcus Lawrence when he actually decides to play football. He from Boise State. They're just a good program. They've always have been. So if you can beat Boise State, you show you're a quality program. It's plain and simple.
Dude, and
it was a beatdown.
Titus Peterson just said that the UC Bearcats, man, Cincinnati looks good, man. They look really good. Like they're definitely in position to show out. Dude, they have been playing pretty freaking crazy for the past couple of years.
Yeah, Cincinnati, and that's the thing.
Ooh, they're playing Houston 12, too.
When the Big 12 was talking about adding 2 more teams, they're like second team that they were wanting to add was the Cincinnati Bearcats. And I was like, they're a good program. And I think they were gonna try to get maybe Memphis or a Florida school.
Bro, dude, they're ranked number 6 right now in the nation. I didn't know that. I need to pay more attention. Clearly it's been a very busy week for us, but bro, they're AP number 6 in the country, bro. Like the Cincinnati Bearcats, dude.
And they're going against UH. Houston has fallen on some hard times since Tom Herman left. They haven't been able to draft the best type of players. So this should be a pretty solid win, I think, for the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Yeah, no kidding. Houston, they put out some pretty good product into the NFL. Look at William Jackson III for my Cincinnati Bengals, bro. He's a lockdown corner, man. Talk about taking a best wide receiver and shutting him down. William Jackson's done that for the Bengals this year. Even against Odell in that one game, dude, he got burned once, which it's going to happen every couple games with William Jackson III. But, bro, other than that, his coverage skills are amazing. He doesn't get a lot of picks, but also he's kind of like that Byron Jones for the Cowboys the last couple of years.
Revis Island.
You don't throw his way because it's just not open. It's not available.
And that I think with a league where you can't, and we're gonna, it's really hard. I get it. People want to see points. People don't want to see the defense just dominate the offense. They want to see points in college. They want to see points. It's an offense type of league. So you play and you make rules so that we can run up the scores.
Yeah.
That's unfair for a defensive player because I don't think if you're touching them and you're not looking at the ball, that's not defensive pass interference, especially if you're like this and the only thing you got to do is this. That's not defensive pass interference. You're not touching them. That's the most BS call in football.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But, also you should be trying to track the ball too, try and get your head around. It depends on the contact, you're right. But, if he's just, shadowing him, sure, yeah. But, if he's not actively trying to make the play on the ball and he's just obstructing the receiver, I get it too. It could be called either way. But, so we also have Indiana 13 and, top 25 Michigan. That should be a pretty good game, man.
Oh, yeah. Indiana's undefeated, man.
They knocked off Penn State. That's insane. And a well-coached Penn State team, dude. Yeah. Franklin, dude.
Michigan – It's difficult because I like Harbaugh for Michigan. I do like him as a coach. I don't understand Michigan. They're just not living up to what you expected from Harbaugh with the recruiting classes they're getting. They can't beat Ohio State.
So plain and simple. That's the thing about it is I was talking to Doc about this. Michigan thinks that they're one of those teams that are just top tier, top echelon teams, like an Alabama, like an Ohio State, like a Clemson. They think they are though. They think that they're one of those programs, but really they're more like a Georgia. They're more like an LSU. They're more, Michigan. 8 to 9 wins a season, very respectable, very good. They're a very good program, but they're not great. They're not challenging for a national championship every year. But every once in a while, when they have Jabril Peppers, when they have Taco Charlton and all those boys and Glasgow, they can compete. I mean, and hopefully get to the playoffs. But they're not an active, like every year they're going to be in the hunt for the playoffs. They're like LSU. LSU always has great talent, but are they always going to be in the playoffs?
No.
Not really, man. But, every once in a while when they get that draft class or they get that quarterback to Joe Burrow, they can get there, Yep. And Michigan's in that same spot but also, when are they going to get the quarterback right, Jim Harbaugh's supposed to be,
what was his name? Sam Patterson. It was Sam Patterson. He left Ole Miss to go to Michigan. It was Patterson. He wasn't Shane Patterson. He was on Elite. We were talking about Elite 11. He was on there with Shane Bouchot, if I remember, from SMU. Actually, now that brings to mind. And I thought he was super, super good, but he did not look good at Ole Miss. He didn't look good at Michigan. He just didn't really develop.
Yeah, I mean, but some guys are just like that, man. They have all the time in the world, but they just never put it together. And then you have guys like Joe Burrow who ride the bench for 4 years, and all of a sudden he's magic. It's just and it tells you your star rating in coming out of high school. It's not everything. Like for the crystal balls, yeah, you could be a 5-star, but you could also be like a huge bust in college, and then you can come out like Joe Burrow, who I think he was a 3-star or something like that, and end up being one of the greatest quarterbacks or having one of the greatest quarterback seasons of all time. It just depends on how you develop, how much preparation, and how much work you put into being great, dude.
And that's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to look at it, because Joe, he has it. He has that it factor.
The it factor, dude.
Guys, we're jumping on Joe Burrow again. This is Roar Sports Media. We're jumping on him. Like, this is what we do.
No, yeah.
That is how you tell the difference between these players.
But Joe Burrow, but he's we're not just jumping on his dick. He's just honestly that good. Just from an outside perspective too, he's great, man. Let's see what other teams do. We have Oklahoma, Kansas. That's terrible, dude. Georgia, Florida, bro. Yeah.
You want to talk about championship implications?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Because let me see. Florida, I believe they lost to A&M. I think Florida's going to come out swinging, and I know they thought they should win that game, and a lot of people thought it should have been, not a beatdown by Florida to A&M, but it should have been a solid 10, 14 point game in Florida's favor. I think they're the better coached program. I think they have the better players. They get the better recruiting classes. That should have been a Kellen Mond. He's good. He's not great.
Yeah.
He shows some greatness, but he's not consistent.
He's a well above average quarterback that plays well at home. That's what he is. He plays really well. Plays really well. Kyle Field.
Kyle Field. Yep.
He plays really, really well there, and when he has to travel, it's not always there. And dude, they have a good team. Like, dude, Texas A&M has a good team. But dude, let's jump back on Florida, Georgia, dude. Dude, Trask from Florida is killing it this year. He's shown out. He is. I don't believe really in Georgia's quarterback, Stetson Bennett, even though that's the most American name I've ever heard in my entire life.
Of course.
I don't believe in him just because, he lost that game against Alabama. Georgia was clearly the superior team on the field when it came to just all-around goodness. But, dude, with Stetson Bennett throwing those picks, man, you can't have that. You can't have it.
It was a lot. It just shows you the difference between a good quarterback and how you need a great quarterback, especially when you're going to go up against the likes of, if you're trying to go compete beat Alabama.
Yeah.
That's your whole purpose in Georgia.
And, dude,
is to beat Alabama.
Alabama feasts on mistakes, man. If you make a mistake against them, they're gonna score. And they had Jalen Waddle and they had uh,
Smith.
Smith, man. And dude, that Mechie guy's he's pretty crazy too.
Yeah.
So how you can't make those mistakes against Alabama, especially like in the second half when Saban really buckles down, and all of his players do. So
Well, because that shows you the difference between Saban and everybody else. His in-game adjustments, his halftime adjustments. There's really no coach like him in college football. I think you're talking the greatest college football coach compared to really good college football coaches. There's the difference. It's apples to oranges with Saban and everybody else.
Not everyone can be the greatest of all time, And Saban's proven that, man. He saw that his team was struggling against Georgia in the national championship. Was like, you know what? I'm going to put this wily-eyed Islander out there and just, he's going to go murder him.
Yep. Bring down the island gods and just.
Dude, Maui was alive and well that day, dude.
Like, dude, Maui went off.
Bro, I don't know if you've seen Tua Tagovailoa's eyeballs whenever he was standing next to Saban, dude. But when my wife and I were right next to each other and saw that, I'm like, baby, I'm not gonna lie, that kid looks like a fucking assassin. He looks terrifying because when you saw his eyeballs, he was just like on the field. And I'm like, this guy's serious. He's coming in. No, but Tua tore it up, dude. But back to Georgia, they have the team, they have the talent. They've been the number one recruiting class. How many years? Like, bro, they have
2-3 years.
They have the talent. They just don't. I think next year they're gonna have the quarterback, dude. They're getting Vandergrift from Oklahoma. I think his name's Blake Vandergrift. But dude,
man. Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I mean, and if man, what's his name? Oklahoma coach.
What, Lane Kiffin? Not Lane Kiffin. No. Sorry, Lincoln Riley.
We were thinking the exact same thing. Lincoln Riley. If Lincoln Riley hadn't recruited Spencer Rattler so high, dude, Blake Vandergrift would be the guy there right now. But transferred. He's going to Georgia, back to his old stomping grounds, and I think he's going to tear it up, dude. Because this kid's arm talent and like just ability is pretty great. And if Lincoln Riley wants you, that tells you a lot,
Yeah, I mean, he's an offensive guru. He has the chance to be folks. You heard it here. You heard it first. Lincoln Riley will not be going to the NFL for a very long time. He's going to be a long football coach with Oklahoma. There's no reason to go anywhere. Why?
Nope.
You're going to make all the money you need to make at Oklahoma. You get to run your media. You get to run your practices. Really, as long as you're winning, which you're going to win most years, the Big 12 championship, and be in the playoffs.
Yeah. So, I mean,
why are you going to go anywhere? You're not going to fire them.
Yeah, exactly. And not to mention the notoriety that comes with being an Oklahoma program that's always in the consensus top 20 for the most years. Of course, this year they're missing a lot of talent, and it's just one of those years, but they're still competitive, man.
They're still competitive.
Oklahoma's always in it, and they always have the talent. They don't always have the defense, but they're always right there. For Lincoln Riley to leave Oklahoma, it would take a king's ransom and more. Like, it would have to be a Bill Belichickian type control over an NFL franchise for Lincoln Riley to want to look at leaving Oklahoma. Yeah.
That's why Cowboys fans, we're never gonna get Lincoln Riley. Get that out of your head.
That ain't gonna happen, bro.
Lincoln Riley will never let Jerry Jones run him like that. Come on. Just get that out.
Why would you want that headache?
Why?
You wouldn't mind. So let's dude. The coastal Carolina, man. They're doing some pretty crazy stuff. Coastal Carolina versus South Alabama. But I just want to throw some love on them because they never get any sort of love.
I didn't even know they were 15. I'll be honest with y'all.
The Chanticleers. Yeah, bro. Dude, right? They're ranked top consensus top 15. But dude, they've also been playing really good football. Like, I mean, I've been impressed with them. I'm not saying like they're world beaters, but pretty good, dude.
Wow. This McCall dude, 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, 1 interception. Like, oh my gosh.
And
man.
they're putting up numbers too, right? It's not like anything crazy. They're not having
but they haven't really beat quality football teams. I mean, they did beat the Raging Cajuns, who were a ranked team.
Yeah. So, I mean, Arkansas State beat Kansas, you know?
Yeah.
Or Kansas State, sorry. Kansas State.
That's true. That's true. So, I mean, that is some quality wins. Like, nothing like not the big program that you need them to win. But, yeah, why not? They've been playing good football.
So, dude, I mean, dude, Chanticleer's happy for you.
You're going to go to a bowl. You're going to go to a bowl. You're going to play a big team. That's what you'll do at number 15. You're going to play a good, solid Power 5 program.
They get that bowl money, bro. Dude, this is going to be crazy. Notre Dame versus Clemson, bro. If there's ever a time for Notre Dame to come out and take on Clemson, now is the time, because they don't have Trevor Lawrence. But I do love DJ Ugalele. Yeah, try saying that 3 times fast.
I'm not even gonna try, because I wouldn't even say it right the first time.
Yeah, man. I'm in pride.
Oh my gosh.
DJ.
This is Notre Dame's chance.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna get a better shot. You're not gonna beat them in the playoffs with Trevor Lawrence.
This is like the only time they really have it. You know, trying to get ahead of Clemson while they're weak, and they're not weak, but while they're down, because they're starting like, I think, 6 true freshmen. Granted, they're all like 5 stars, but still starting like 6 true freshmen, bro. It should be pretty crazy. I'm looking forward to it, and dude, I want to see how this DJ Ugalele comes out, dude, because clearly last week against Boston College, not the fastest start. But what I really liked was the grit and the ability to come back one play at a time and come back and get that dub. Now, having Travis Etienne definitely helped out, but of
course,
if being a true freshman in his first game ever, he showed some stuff. And by the way, the arm talent on this kid is insane. It's Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers-esque type arm, dude. The ball just flies out of his fingertips. It's amazing.
And I mean, he went 444 yards. He did 2 touchdowns. He had a good day. He had a really good day. No picks. He didn't turn the ball. That's the other thing. If you ever want to see, and I understand, guys, it was Boston College, but Boston College is a decent way to go in. It's not like his first start's Notre Dame today. It was against Boston College. So you saw that he could tear it up. He could throw touchdowns. He didn't turn the ball over. And he showed, like you said, he showed grit. They were losing. They came back to win the game.
Dude. I mean, you couldn't ask any more from a true freshman, especially the number 1 team in the nation. The amount of pressure on this kid's back was probably just insane. And he just took it like a champ, dude. I mean, granted, he is working with a lot of talent around him, but, came out there and did what he needed to do to get his team a win, and they're still undefeated,
It's true. The Clemson defense is going to go hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dabo, it should be Dabo Swinney. Dabo Swinney is going to, unleash his tigers on that defense, to say the least. Because he has to. It's like, guys, y'all can't allow us to get into a shootout. We may not win this game if we have to go into a shootout.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Brent Venables doesn't allow for that to happen, because usually his defenses are extremely stacked. And I think that last week against the Boston College, they were making some pretty miracle plays. I don't know if you saw that one TD where it was like were barely in the end zone. It's like, oh, okay, like that. I don't know if that was luck or fates just wanted that to happen.
I mean, you also got to understand that's what makes football the greatest game we've ever seen. It's because there's a little bit of razzle dazzle, there's a lot of talent, and there's a lot of luck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where you're just given the perfect coverage, and this dude catches the ball. Let's look at one I'm sure everybody remembers, where it's perfect coverage, and the dude just reaches past the guy's helmet and catches the ball and lands with the guy inside his hug circle.
Yeah.
And scores. I was like, come on.
But dude, how about Julio Jones a couple years ago against the Patriots, man? In the end zone, the DB catches the ball and Julio just grabs it out of his hands and just yanks it.
The Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah, bro.
Right? Stephon Diggs, throw the helmet, throw it off, put it up.
Yeah.
You get crushed the next game, but
I did that. Like, dude, by the way, I watched that live and that was insane, man. Like, I couldn't believe what I saw. The Minnesota Miracle, man, with Steph. Oh my God.
I just was the most shocked I've ever been. I was like, I was up, I was screaming. I was like, in my head, I was thinking, this is why it's the greatest game. Because even then, at this point, you don't know.
See, and the thing is, I feel really bad for Marcus Williams, the safety, because he played a really good game. But all he's going to be remembered for is missing that tackle.
And he was a Pro Bowler, right?
Yeah, played really well that year.
He was a rookie Pro Bowler. He had a great season.
Yeah, I feel bad for it. But back on Notre Dame, dude. Ian Book this year is, he's playing really good. 150 attempts, 1,225 yards, 61% completion rating. Not terrible, not great. 7 TDs. Also not fantastic. For how many games have they played?
It's they're on six right now.
So 7 TDs through 6 games is not incredible.
No, it's not.
But also they had
this is like their first real competition, though, that they played. They've actually played a real schedule, and a lot of times they're able to run up the score, beat a lot of nobody teams, and this time they're actually playing quality opponents, so they're barely winning. I think, again, we've talked about this before. I think 4 is a little gracious. Yeah,
bro. Especially with that Louisville fiasco. Nah, man.
Nah, it's just me.
Yeah.
But I might be a Notre Dame hater, guys. That's just me. I might be just a hater on Notre Dame. But it's there.
They do have talent, dude. Chase Claypool was a monster. And honestly, man, they didn't use him to hit to the effect that the Steelers are getting out of him this year, man. People thought he was a very raw tight end. Turns out he's just a really dominant wide receiver. So, there's that. Dude, but yeah, it should be a very good game between Clemson and Notre Dame. I'm looking forward to watching it. The highlights are going to be insane, I hope. Nothing crazy.
Look at, honestly, I can't say his name, Etienne and then Williams. They mirror each other. Etienne. They mirror each other.
Yeah.
The running backs from these programs are really good. Like Kay Williams, 600, 7 touchdowns, 105 carries. Etienne, 103 carries, 606, 9 touchdowns. That's almost identical. So let's look at that as the battle. Who runs better? Because I don't think Ian Brooks going to get it done compared to Ukulele, which I said wrong.
Ukulele, yeah.
Ukulele.
Yeah, it's, dude, yeah. Just say DJU.
Running backs, defense. DJU, you said DJU?
Yeah, DJU.
DJU, there you go.
All right, so, yeah, dude, Georgia's playing Missouri. It should be a blowout by Georgia. I mean, but dude, they played Kentucky tight last week, so you don't know what you're gonna get with Georgia, especially with having Stetson Bennett. You just don't know. Um,
Wait,
let's see.
let's see here.
It should be
This
Arkansas, Tennessee.
is that
Yeah.
that should be a really good program. Not a good program. That should be a really good game because Tennessee is they're better. They're a lot better
So
than they've been.
this is a game that Arkansas can learn from and pull out. Like Texas A&M, that was biting a bit too much, biting a little bit too more than you could chew. They're Texas A&M's a very solid program. They're by the way, their offensive line is returning seniors and one sophomore 5-star recruit who's insane. So lots of protection for Kellen Mond. He's only been sacked 3 times this year.
Which was an issue in previous years. It was. Kellen Mond was running for his life. So they did what they were supposed to do. And because he was I believe Kellen Mond was Elite 11 too, if I remember correctly. He IMG Academy. So that's the school where you just go to play sports and don't really do schoolwork. You give him his time, he's gonna tear you up. But yeah, Arkansas and Tennessee. I agree.
Fun.
This is going to be a good.
Very similar teams. They're like, I don't know. Can you see Tennessee's on the rise, man? Because I feel like they've been in the same spot for the last 4 years, man.
It's easy to look and let me go to my fellow Longhorns, the other UT. It looks like you're on the rise when you can get some quality wins, even when you're not there yet. Tennessee I don't think they're on the rise right now. No. You got to get a few more strong seasons because they, who did they lose to? And they just got smoked when everybody was like, Georgia. Yeah, Tennessee's back. Georgia smoked.
They got smoked by Georgia. And the thing is, Arkansas played Georgia extremely tight for 2.5 quarters, dude. They led Georgia for 2.5 quarters.
Tennessee didn't come close.
No, not even. So that's why I want to give my Razorbacks a little bit of props because they led that. What's that? They were the number 1 team in the nation at the time or something like that. Yeah, They were number 1. They led the number 1 team in the nation for 2.5 quarters and had Felipe Franks not turn the ball over twice on their own 20. The score is not 35-10, right?
Right.
Because dude, Georgia could not move the ball against the Razorbacks for that long, and honestly, toward the end of the game, either they couldn't move the ball that effectively. They had to change the quarterback 3 times during the game because Arkansas's defense was just tearing them apart.
Oh yeah, which again brings up the argument: Georgia doesn't have the quarterback.
Yes,
Georgia just doesn't have it.
Exactly, yeah. And also, dude, it's Arkansas with a bunch of 3-star recruits and literally walk-ons versus 4, 5s, and 3-star recruits in Georgia, like.
And I want to touch on that. 5-star recruits, as we love to see 5-star recruits be on a dominant team, but remember, guys, look at Belichickian law, as I call it.
Fit matters.
What?
The fit matters.
The fit matters. Solid play matters in football. If you've got a 3-star recruit that can just play his assignment, is fast, is strong, and yeah, he was maybe not looked at because he was from a small town, a small high school. He could show 5-star talent. It's plain and simple.
Bro, look at Isaiah Simmons, dude. He was a 3-star athlete. They didn't know what the hell he was. He was 3-star athlete. No one knew who he was or what. He wasn't a big name when he came to Clemson, dude. Next thing you know, he's a top 5 pick in the draft.
Dalvin Cook, freaking Tony Romo. There are so many players through the history of college in the NFL that were not high rated. This is why it shows that top 300 ESPN top 300 can lie to you. It
Yeah, I mean,
really can.
so the thing with that is it's evaluation matters more than the actual stars, and
Yep.
it's granted the star system is just like the draft. It's off production and who you've played, and sometimes that's a hit. And, a lot of times that's a miss, man, because there's a lot of 5 stars like Shea Patterson, where man they look great, or what was it, Tate Martell, where
Hmm.
these guys look like the real deal, and next they would rather be doing coke than go play football. So
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know,
So that's why Arkansas is a returning program in my opinion, and I do have to
yeah,
agree with you. I haven't watched them a lot. I'm definitely going to tune into this game because it just looks like a fun game to watch. It really
yeah.
does. And yeah, so this will be a good fun game. But
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, it's the tale of two tapes. Arkansas, returning program, less talent, solid football play. Tennessee, lot of talent, lots of 4 stars. It
Mm-hmm.
Can they do it? Tennessee always gets recruits, guys.
Yeah, they
They
do.
do.
They do.
They
And I
really
don't
do.
understand how they do. They're not like a good program.
It's
Like
history. It's history.
historically they've been a good program, but not necessarily like over the past 10 years.
Hmm.
No one's like, you know what, Tennessee, that's a really good place to go. I mean, dude, think about it.
Hmm.
Alvin Kamara was a backup there,
Which is insane to me. It's insane.
right?
It's just like, what is he? What is he? Top 5 running back? You could argue he's the best at in the
I,
individual
I would say
games. You
Dalvin
could
Cook's the best running
argue.
back right now in the game, if in NFL. I mean, I
Oh,
guess if you're gonna say he's number
who
one,
did you say best running
Da-
back?
Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook. Yeah. Hmm.
I would say he's the number one running back in the
When
league right
he
now.
stays healthy, which again, guys, that brings up low draft pick.
Mm-hmm. Second,
Came
dude,
out of
second
nowhere.
rounder. Dude,
Tulane? Was it Tulane?
who?
He was from Tulane, right? Tulane?
Dalvin Cook? No, no,
Yeah.
no, no,
No.
no, no,
Wait.
no,
Did I
no.
get that wrong?
You're thinking of Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt came from Toledo.
Sorry, my bad.
Dalvin Cook came from FSU.
Which I can bring up. FSU was a down program when
Yeah,
he
they
came
weren't.
up.
They weren't a hard hitter. No.
I can
Yeah,
always turn
dude.
things around, Roar Sports Media, to my favor, to fit my narrative,
Yeah.
just to let y'all
No.
know. So
Yeah. No worries. You were thinking of Kareem Hunt. He's from Toledo.
to Toledo, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Dalvin Cook, he
Incredible.
he's an incredible talent. I thought the injury bug may plague him.
Always a concern. Always a
It's
concern. Dude.
always going to be a concern.
Mhm.
Which is scary, which is sad. I always hate the injury bug when you have such good players from on any level, high school, college, NFL. It just sucks because you can see all the talent in the world and they go nowhere. And I like to bring up Sam Bradford in this situation. All the talent in the world, his chicken legs couldn't hold up.
Nope.
Anytime he was healthy,
And
he
he
lit
couldn't
it up.
move.
He could move. He could light it up.
He was a statue, dude.
That was, if you want to look at the greatest career of all time with the greatest stealing of money, go look at Sam Bradford's money he took from football teams.
Yeah, I'll take this 19 million for a year.
19 million and sit out the whole season. Thank you. Which shows what the franchise tag can do for y'all.
Right.
So remember that, Dak.
real fast. So let's go through some quick picks for Jets 40. It's not no. So let's do some quick picks for the NFL, dude, and we'll get out of here, bro. So it's not
cool.
too long. So clearly Packers 49ers, Packers, Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers. We know how that went. Freaking destroyed them. So
best wide receiver in the NFL. Shannon Sharp. Look at me. Julio Jones
is good. Julio's good.
DeAndre Hopkins are not better than Devontae Adams right now. I'm sorry. It's just not true.
Dude, with D-Hop, I don't know, man. because I do like DeAndre Hopkins a lot, but
he is the best wide receiver. It's this age-old question. Who was better, Tom Brady or Peyton Manning?
yeah,
All the
well,
stats,
I
all
wouldn't
the
say
championships would say Tom Brady. But if you actually look at it, Peyton Manning was the better quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback. But Tom Brady has all the championships. So it's kind of hard to argue that. And that's the same with these top 3 wide receivers.
I don't know. Like, I mean, again, if you're picking, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna pick. I don't know if I'm gonna pick Devontae Adams over DeAndre Hopkins. I just don't. For me, as a person who evaluates talent, it's just kind of like Devontae Adams is nice, but I'm gonna take D Hop. I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say top 3 wide receivers in the league. Yeah, definitely DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae Adams, and then probably Michael Thomas when healthy.
Yeah, I would not put Julio Jones in the top 3. One touchdown this season, no. When Calvin Ridley is your best receiver, you're not the number 1 wideout in the NFL. I'm sorry.
I don't know if Calvin Ridley's getting all those targets because Julio's being doubled. You don't know because clearly shade coverage and all that stuff. It's just it is what it is. Texans Jaguars real fast, dude.
I'm gonna go Texans. I think I gotta go Texans. The Jaguars have really started to fall. They started off a little hot, and I think the league kind of. I mean, I guess you could say hot. They won a few games. I'm gonna say Texans.
They won again. I'm gonna go Texans too. So Giants Washington.
Giants, Washington.
Yeah,
dude, who cares?
Oh God! So I'm gonna go Giants. They've won a lot of close games.
I'm gonna go Giants too. I think it's just their game. It's their game to lose. Yeah.
Ravens, Colts.
And this is a good one. This is a really strange one because what Colts are you getting? Are you getting the on fire Colts? Are you getting the cold Colts?
So they got Leonard back in the middle, man. So that's a whole different defense when he's there.
Yeah. Yes. But Ravens are, again, it's just, will Dez Bryant show up?
Wait,
He's still on the practice squad.
He's in the practice squad. Yeah.
You got to throw up the X.
Love you, Dez.
He won't be a factor this game, y'all. I'm sorry, Dez Bryant fans.
So I'm going Ravens.
I still got to go Ravens. Yeah,
they're
just a lot. Edwards, Brown, Lamar Jackson, even with Lillard, Leonard back, Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game, though. I think it's going to be a really good football game. It really will.
Dude, if Hollywood Brown doesn't get fed this game, he's going to be like, yo, what the trade me. So Lions, Vikings, bro.
Matt Stafford's out. Vikings.
Yeah,
Vikings easy. They're going to feed Adrian Peterson. Fantasy owners, start Adrian Peterson. Yeah. I expect them to give him the ball a lot.
Yeah. Vikings, Dalvin Cook's cooking, dude. Thielen's still there. Justin Jefferson's in the top 10 rookies for sure.
If they lose, it's all Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
So, plain and simple. And Matt Patricia is it Matt Patricia? Yeah, if he loses this one, this is definitely Matt Patricia's last season as Detroit, I think.
Yeah.
The head
Bears,
coach.
Titans, dude.
I don't know. I really don't. It could go
exactly, dude. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, dude, the Bears,
they're an anomaly.
They win somehow, man.
They're not. It's hard to say a team's not good when they're winning. But the Bears,
they're the best, worst teams. Or I don't know, man, because they keep on winning somehow, but it's not impressive. Like, I'm just like, oh man, well, you know what? The Bears, they're like really good.
I think the Titans are going to come out more frustrated, more angry, because I think the Titans believe they should be a 7-0 football team.
Yeah.
They really should be looking at their. I kind of want to go back. It was a good win for the Bengals. It was. I don't know what went through. It must have just been the Bengals game. They should have beat the Steelers, in my opinion. I think they were kind of coming off that. They should have took the Steelers. Man, I got to go Titans. I think the Titans are just going to unload. I think they're going to be frustrated. They're going to be angry. I think Vrabel thinks they should be 7-0.
I'm going to go Bears.
Yeah. You're going to go Bears?
I'm going Miracle Bears, man.
Miracle Bears?
They're going to figure it out.
The Bears. The Bears.
The Bears. So let's go Panthers Chiefs, dude.
Panthers?
Chiefs.
Chiefs. I think the Panthers stay. Well, here's the thing. How does Christian McCaffrey? Yes, as you know, we might as well just be Mahomes sports media with how much we talk about Patrick Mahomes.
So he's a biracial angel, man. It makes me
he's a biracial angel that could have been a starting MLB pitcher for all we know, which is really funny when you bring up how many quarterbacks get drafted as an MLB top prospect and are just so good at the NFL.
They're used to throwing that bomb and the flick. So let's get out that, dude. Seahawks Bills. That's a good game.
It is. Is Carlos Dunlap going to be in for the Seahawks?
Yep.
Better defense by the Seahawks. The Bills have been known to not show up on their defense and not show up at all. So what Bills are you going to get? Are you going to get the best of the Bills? Or are you going to get the worst? Russell Wilson is playing MVP like he's done the last few years.
Yep.
DK Metcalf is a lot of people would actually put DK Metcalf as a top 3 wide receiver right now. Just with what he's done and his talent and who's throwing to him. I got to go Seahawks, and I think this could be a very good game to a stomping. And I don't think the Bills win this game even at their best. Yeah, I got to go Seahawks. I think this could be a big beatdown.
I'm gonna go Bills.
You're gonna go Bills?
Yeah.
You think Josh Allen is gonna play big boy football?
I think he's gonna show up, dude. I do like the Bills defense at most of the time. I like their offensive line; it's pretty good. Running back wise, Singletary's all right; it's pretty good. Stephon Diggs is there now, opening stuff up. Then, by the way, the Bills need to draft a wide receiver for sure. They need another one. I mean, John Brown gets a job done, but they need more talent at the wide receiver position.
Where did Cole Beasley go? He's missing in action. Did he disappear?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's still playing, right?
Is he?
Yeah, he's still Roger. He's still there.
That's some hot sauce on Cole Beasley. Traitor. Traitor.
Broncos. So they don't want to pay him, dude. We can even Broncos Falcons, dude.
I don't know on that one either, because
which Broncos team's going to show up? You know
exactly what Falcons team is going to show up.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, this is just Can you just put a question mark here?
This is why I have found this NFL season so exciting, so perplexing, because teams that aren't supposed to be good are good. Teams that are bad are finding ways to win. Teams that should be in the dominating a conference, and you know who I'm talking about, and if you watch this media, they're not good. The injury bug is rampant. Yeah. This season is just exciting. It's disappointing. I'm filled with emotions, Rory. Yeah. With emotions I can't explain with this season. But I love it.
But the emotional roller coaster, man, it makes it funner.
Gosh,
so let's go Raiders Chargers, dude. This is still gonna be a good game. This is gonna be a really good game.
The Raiders need this game. because there's a lot of question
The
marks on the
Chargers need
Raiders.
this game, dude. The Chargers, they only have 2 wins. But Justin Herbert playing very well, you know.
Gosh, I know. I'm on the hype train of Justin Herbert, man. Really, I am.
They got him. They
got their dude. And the thing is I actually like Tyrod Taylor. I do. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. He's, you know how everybody says Andy Dalton's the best backup quarterback in the NFL? I don't think so. I think it's Tyrod Taylor.
Bro, you can't judge Andy off what happened with Dallas, dude. They had no offensive line, and they didn't even help him out. They're a bunch of rookies, dude.
So let me ask you, Rory, since you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan, other than on occasion 4 good football teams in Andy Dalton's career as a Cincinnati Bengals, that was any Peyton Manning team he was on, the Colts and Broncos, the Brady's and friends, so Tom Brady, the Pittsburgh Steelers in a young Roethlisberger career, and a Ray Lewis-led Ravens. Who did he have to beat? He had 4 exactly. So in my eyes, was Andy Dalton really as good as everybody thinks he is? Or did he actually just have a schedule? Because he only really had to worry about playing, what was it, the Steelers twice?
Steelers and Ravens.
Steelers and Ravens? Twice a year? So, I mean, you lose 4 games a year, you're still in the playoffs, right?
No.
And every once in a while, the Ravens were beatable.
They still had to beat the Chiefs, who are always pretty good. They've had to beat, on the top of my head. I mean, but he beat NFC teams too. They played 8 NFC games a year too. So, I mean, he did what he needed to do for like all those years. Granted, he was surrounded by talent, but there's talent in Dallas too. It's just, I'm not going to blame Andy Dalton for that game being lost, coming off the bench cold, and then having no offensive line to block for you, like
backups and rookies, practice squad guys.
I'm saying Andy Dalton's beat Tyrod Taylor head to head multiple times. Like Tyrod Taylor led Bills teams head to head, perfectly healthy teams. Just Andy Dalton went out there and did his thing, dude. Without AJ Green, by the way, too. So. You know, I think Andy Dalton's a better backup than Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor's a good quarterback, but he's never been a franchise guy. You know, with the Bills, he was there for a couple of years, and they're very iffy about keeping him there. So Andy Dalton was the Bengals for 10 years.
10 years. Okay.
So that's my only argument. I'm not going to blame Andy for one game. Whenever he's like the winningest quarterback in Bengals history, right?
Yeah. So do you? Well, let me see here. Do we play Andy Dalton again? Or do you just let
yes
Gilbert? I mean, with the season gone, or are you essentially playing Andy Dalton knowing he's going somewhere else next year to kind of give him, because that's what it always was in Dallas.
You play Andy Dalton for draft value.
For draft value? Okay. To trade him?
You play Andy Dalton for draft value, set him up to win. Even if he doesn't, as long as he shows good, you can get a third or fourth round draft pick for him. If to a team that needs a team that. Let's just say that Jacksonville picks 10 and there's no quarterbacks there, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to need a quarterback. Who's a step up from Gardner Minshew? Andy Dalton.
So you could see Andy Dalton in a Jaguars uniform next year very easily.
Yeah, very easily, because if the Jags happen to win a game against the Texans or whatever, they get out of the top 10. Yeah, I could see that. I could see them having to trade a third or fourth for a quarterback, and especially they're gonna get him on the cheap too. Yeah, mine's well, because I don't think you're paying Gardner Minshew that money, and especially when Andy Dalton's proven to be a franchise quarterback for 10 years.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And with that with that total pick, you can go out and you can get wide receivers, you can go get offensive linemen, you can do that, and then you get a franchise quarterback from the Dallas Cowboys for cheap, not cheap, but like pretty good value.
Well, there's a
That's
lot of
for
things
me.
to dive in, but okay, so if we all saw this argument, I just totally got crushed on the Andy Dalton thing. So
Yeah. So
yes,
Dolphins
exactly.
Cardinals.
Don't
Yeah.
don't argue a Cincinnati Bengals fan on Andy Dalton. I just learned that today, so that's my mantra for today, and I'm gonna sleep easy tonight knowing that.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would do. Like you guys
Yeah,
need to don't keep him, trade him because maybe if you want to
it's
keep Dak,
it's
or
a fire sale to me at this point,
Mhm.
and we'll get more into that if we talk a little bit more about Dallas.
Yeah,
I think we could go another 30 minutes on what Dallas should
for
do
sure.
this offseason. It's
So
very easy. Um,
so let's get through these last few games,
I go
dude.
Chargers. I think Chargers win this game.
I'm going Raiders. I'm going Raiders.
You're going Raiders?
Um,
Okay, cool.
Dolphins Cardinals. Dude, the Dolphins have the best defense in the league right now. Isn't that crazy?
This is a game I want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all in this game right here
I want to see two. I want to
because
see two left.
Tua's going to go against a solid defense,
Mm-hmm.
not even a solid defense. Buda
Very
Baker,
good.
bro. Buda Baker.
He's good.
Man, like I love that dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's an amazing talent.
Dude, Isaiah Simmons, not Jeremy Chin. Jeremy Chin.
Jeremy Chin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're gonna see
Chandler Jones.
and then
Good.
on the opposite side, you're gonna see what Cliff Kingsbury can do, what his offense can do against the number one defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
You're gonna see.
This will be a big test.
And isn't this a? I don't say this is a. Is this a rematch? Didn't they no. Oklahoma with Tua and Kyler Murray, they never met. He was hurt, right? He was.
No, they played against each other.
Yeah.
Tua stomped him.
Oh, yeah, so this is a rematch.
Oklahoma, they stomped him, yeah.
Yeah, this is a rematch. Okay, that's what I thought. So this is going to be an exciting game. I cannot wait for this. God, this is going to be exciting. I need Kyler Murray to tear it up. Okay. Yeah. I love my boy Kyler Murray. He's awesome.
Dude, Steelers, Cowboys.
Steelers, easy. No ifs, ands, or buts.
You know, I believe in the Nooch. I believe in
Nooch isn't going to start. He's benched. It's going to be Gilbert or Cooper Rush. Yeah.
Oh.
They don't know yet. Game time decision.
God, that's so disgusting. All right, yeah, I'm going to
let me jump on this.
No. We're not getting in there.
We're not getting into the best quarterback in the AAF or whatever.
No. We're coming up. We're coming up on an hour. No, we're not going to spend another 30 minutes on the Cowboys. So, Saints Buccaneers.
I'm sorry, man. Oh God.
That's a fun one too. Saints Buccaneers.
Oh my gosh. Man, I don't see the Saints beating the Buccaneers with the way they're playing right now.
Buccaneers look good.
Buccaneers look really good.
Man. Dude, Todd Bowles is he is cooking that defense, dude. Yeah, Carlton is killing it, dude. Devin White's killing it.
Gronk is coming. Gronk is showing up.
Yeah, finally, right? He finally got into game shape. He's sweat out all the tequila.
All that tequila? He finally realized he's not wrestling anymore.
Yeah. His party ship has been docked for a while. So, I got Buccaneers, bro.
Is Michael Thomas back this game?
I think so. He was practicing last week. He's probably back. But even so, I don't think he's 100% healthy, and I think that the corners for Tampa Bay are really, really good.
Really good. So, and that's the thing. Even though he's been gone, this is his first game back. I could see some razzle-dazzles. I could see big numbers for him, but I think it's just going to be too much for the Saints.
Yeah.
I still expect a really good football game, though. Saints have a lot of weapons. Saints have a good defense.
Bro.
It's going to be a fun game. It is. It's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, I think I got the Buccaneers. But for the game that everyone wants to see right now, dude, Pats Jets.
God, yes.
That's a primetime game, bro.
Primetime Monday Night Football. Hug 'em, chug 'em football. The New York Jets versus the New England Patriots.
God, that's
about all I have to say.
I'm just gonna default Pats because I just don't. The Jets have given up.
That's the thing. Is Cam Newton? Is he gonna be in a Patriots uniform or a Jets uniform?
They ain't paying him, dude.
No.
They can't afford him.
I'm actually disappointed in that. I really actually wanted Cam Newton to do really well this year.
I think he will. It's not. I just don't think. I don't see it with the Patriots. They don't have enough money. They don't have enough. Which I don't know where they put all their money, but whatever.
That's just like the injury. Are they paying dead? Are they paying dead money? That's probably it, right? They got to be playing dead money. That's the only way with.
Well, no, they're paying Patrick Chung, the McCourty twins. They're paying the Dante Hightower. They're paying their defensive linemen. So
that's all in the defense.
Stephon Gilmore, yeah. And that's it.
Yeah, they're going to have to go fire sale. And, I mean, their offensive line, which is always pretty it's good.
It's okay this year, dude. They lost their Hall of Fame offensive line coach they've had for the past 20 years. That's kept Tom Brady perfect. So, I mean, they lost him. He retired, and they're not looking so fantastic anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I got the Pats beating the Jets, of course. And, I
mean, at the same exact time, if this is a game for the Jets to win, I think this could be a winnable upset. Even though I think the Patriots are going to do it, I don't think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. It just depends on what type of Cam Newton you get. This really all comes down to
how Cam Newton plays,
and how Cam Newton plays. Is he going to cough up the ball 3 times, or are we going to see primetime Cam, where he's running all over the place? He's throwing touchdowns to no-name receivers. Whoever Julian Edelman is, he's missing in action. Jets could possibly win a game.
Yeah. Well, Franklin, you better Hulk smash that like button, dude.
Is Franklin a Jets fan? Because I'm predicting the Jets win.
No. Franklin's one of my football teammates. So yeah, dude, I got the Pats. Got the Pats winning this. Yeah, I think the Cowboys are gonna beat the Steelers too, Frank. No, yeah, it'd be a good game, but I think that pretty much we covered everything, dude. Yeah, it'll be dude, college ball tomorrow is gonna be freaking lit, dude. It's gonna be crazy good.
Oh, you mean today at 11?
Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm like 14 hours ahead, so dude, it's like 1:00 in the morning for me right now.
Oh, dude, I get it. Remember, man, I was over in Japan 2 years, so same time zone. So I completely understand. Enjoy that Korean barbecue, man. Like,
bro, I'm so done with it. 3 years and I'm done. All right, guys.
It's done.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that talk with me and Jordan. We try to keep it real chill, try and keep active in the conversation, but appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It all helps out. Facebook, appreciate you tuning in too. Everything helps out, guys. Thank you. Please share, please like, please do whatever you need to do. Thank you so much. Yeah, Dallas Nation. Woohoo. Bro.
How about them Cowboys? It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah,
I'm not a delusional Cowboys fan, y'all. I know. Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you watching. Welcome to the Roar. Peace.
Peace.
Boom.